let's jump right into some hot topics. In Arizona, a woman was shocked to discover that her hospital was home to some unwelcome visitors. In this case, bed bugs.
Oh, what?
So
in the hospital? I've never heard of that, but
well, the worst part is it wasn't her, it was in her daughter's room. She went to check on her daughter, who was in the hospital for a serious asthma attack, discovered a bed bug on the ground. Their daughter did change rooms. They thought problem solved, but in the new room, they allegedly found a bed bug on the floor behind a recliner and another dead one stuck to the chair. Really quickly, for those of you, if you've never seen one, in case you come across it, this is a bed bug. This is so cute. So cute.
Not so much.
Yeah, that's not my definition of cute.
We're now joined by Nick, the exterminator, to help us understand how this happens.
That could be a movie, Nick, the Exterminator.
Will be a movie.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier, and the producers asked us if this is something we had ever seen, and I had not heard of bed bugs in a hospital. Have you ever heard of a scenario like this?
I have not seen bed bugs.
Yeah,
which is good.
They're pretty active pretty much everywhere these days. They've been found in movie theaters, old folks' homes. They're prevalent in old folks' homes, which leads to why they're prevalent in hospitals.
And it's not as though we're not trying to condemn the hospital here, because these things are ubiquitous and they can show up anywhere. But in a place where theoretically things are constantly cleaned and sterility is of the utmost importance, at least in certain parts of the hospital, how can this happen?
That has nothing to do with bed bugs. The cleanliness of your home, the cleanliness of the hospital, the cleanliness of anywhere has nothing to do. Bed bugs are transfer. So they can be brought into anywhere. So what's happening is people are coming into these hospitals, to these different places, and they're bringing them in. And once they get in there, they're hard to get rid of.
And Nick, it's similar to motels and hotels. People going in and out, they're carrying their bags, whether it's the patient or the person staying with the patient in a guest room, carrying in bags. It's those bags that may be bringing in those bed bugs.
Definitely. It's rare, but it does happen for you to actually transfer bed bugs on your body. It's more likely that you bring them in with something that you're carrying, that you took something somewhere, left it overnight, a hotel or something like that, and brought it back with you. That's normally how you bring them. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to be on you. So they're not going to be on you as you're awake and you're moving around.
I think it's promising that we haven't seen this before, so I don't want everybody to be afraid to go to the hospital. So it's not as though this happens all the time, but it is a possibility. I want to ask you, like when you go to hotels or the movie theater, you kind of think about it. So is there a certain way you can check for bed bugs? Is there a method?
Well, when you
for
go when you go somewhere that you don't need to take your bag in, don't take your bag in. For example, if you're staying at a hospital, don't take your bag. If you're going into the movie theaters, don't take your purse inside the movie theater. Because if you're sitting there watching a movie, a bed bug isn't going to get in your pocket and go home with you.
But a
bed bug on you.
but let's lighten the mood here a little bit. We're talking about going to a hospital and being worried about bed bugs. Yes, they can be there, but if you're in the hospital, much more likely your concern should be your illness. Bed bugs, for the most part, are more of a nuisance than a true danger. Is that fair to say?
Yes, they're more of a nuisance than a true danger.
And does the bite from a bed bug look the same as like a mosquito bite, or does it look a little different?
Bites vary. Bites vary with each individual because bites are your body's allergic reaction to an attack on your body. So sometimes it'll look different to other people, but with bed bugs, they're normally in a pattern of threes in a linear shape. So that's how you can kind of tell that it's a bed bug bite, because it's normally more than one, at least three.
We call that breakfast, lunch and dinner. There you go. But of note, medically, typically these bites are not going to be a big problem. Treat them like you would other bites.
But if you see them, Drew, it means look for the bed bugs maybe somewhere in your house, right?
Yeah.
For sure. But for some people that are sensitive, you do have to watch out to reactions, skin rashes, potentially asthmatic attacks if you're really sensitive. So
time to move on, but really quickly, Nick, anything we can do at home to prevent them from getting into our home, or is it just one of those luck of the draw deals?
It is rare that it happens. So it's not anything that you can really do to prevent them from coming into the home, because it's kind of hard to get them. But once you do get them, you need to call a professional immediately, because the longer you wait, the harder it is it's going to be to get rid of the problem.